Yeah, the good news for the people that are here, there's probably about 6 burritos per person, if my math is right. Thank you for having me. So I'm Joe Luther, work at Universal Home Protection. I'm the Director of Business Development there. I've been at UHP since 2005, so a long time now. But Dan and I spoke about a month ago and just thought it'd be a good thing to come in, do a refresher on the warranties, talk to you guys, answer questions, and for any newer agents, just kind of explain the benefits. So it's been a challenge the last couple of years, just the competitive market that we know they've been harder to introduce in the real estate transaction just because of how competitive it is. But just for fun, I ran some sales and claims numbers for Remax Preferred for the first quarter of this year. Encouraging numbers. So 18 on the buyer side, which is only down 1 from that same time frame in 2023. And then 27 on the seller side, which is up 12. So that's awesome that more listings are including them. That's maximizing the coverage for your clients. So total 40, which is great. That same time frame, now there's an asterisk next to the 120 because it's not necessarily on those 45 warranties, but they've been on a warranty that's been renewed over the years. There's been 120 claims filed and just under $39,000 paid out for Remax Preferred clients so far this year. So big number there. Average claim payment so far this year is $323. We know that will go up once air conditioning season starts. For all of 2023, I just put some numbers there as well. 178 warranties, which is awesome. And then 457 claims during that time frame. Again, not necessarily directly correlated to those 178. It could be a customer that's renewed. But almost $200,000 paid out for Remax Preferred clients. So you guys paid your clients a lot of money last year. And anytime we pay out on a claim, on a warranty tied to you, we're sending you an email letting you know, hey, there's a claim of this property, it's this system, we paid X amount, repair, replace that item as needed. Really gives you a reason to follow up with that customer on our services, but really just to keep in touch with them, continue to get the referrals, and gives you that touch with your past client. So sellers versus buyers, you see those numbers there. There's really 2 times you can put the warranty in place for the real estate transaction. First time is seller home warranty. You can sign up your seller at the time of listing, provided the home is actively marketed, we'll cover it throughout the listing period. It's paid for at closing, transfers to the buyer, 13 months of coverage from closing, then that continue that after. If something happens during the listing, water heater springs a leak, refrigerator stops cooling, your seller calls UHP, we get a local contractor out to repair or replace that item as needed. Seller has a $100 deductible. If for some reason that home doesn't sell, even though we maybe paid $1,000 for a new water heater, they don't pay for the warranty. It's risk-free bonus coverage for them. They get to advertise the home comes with a warranty. It's a bonus, they're covered. That could be a home inspection that turns up an issue. If that's something that could have happened during the time the warranty's been in place, we're going to cover that. So if your seller wants to get coverage for it. Do we have a question?
Hey, Hubert, did you have a question, bud?
No, sorry.
Oh, all good.
I thought I was muted.
All good, man.
Just amazed at how great that seller warranty is, right? So
That's exactly what he was talking about the whole time, Joe.
If there's not a seller warranty in place, it's a great thing to get your buyer coverage for. Whether you're writing it into the offer or not, doesn't have to be part of the offer for the coverage or for the buyer to get coverage. We know in this competitive market that they're not being offered as often, but they can pay for it on their own. As long as they get paid within 10 days of closing, you view their coverage effective date as closing date. The ultimate warranty works a little bit different. I'll touch on that in a few minutes. But good thing to get them covered for. When they have an issue, they're calling us. They're not calling you guys or the seller. Wondering about the issue, they call UHP and we get a contractor out there that's needed. They have options renew. So I mentioned that a couple of times already. About 30% renew after the first year. We send a postcard in the mail, and then if we have their email address, we'll send them an email or two as well. So if you can get us that, that's very helpful for us. Just streamline the communication. Provide that peace of mind for them, helps protect the budget after they're making that huge purchase. So great thing to get them coverage for. That's not good.
Do I need to come help you? Oh,
There-
no, there we are.
Maybe. We should be seeing the different types of warranties.
Can you go to the next slide? Maybe you got blank one.
So a few different plans we offer. The basic warranty is basic, but it covers most items you'll find in your traditional single family home. So general electrical components in the home, so wiring, outlets, switches, ceiling fan, exhaust fans, the circuit breaker. You can see the garage door opener and up there that falls under that coverage, so it'll cover the overhead motor, the safety eyes, and the electrical that serves the motor. So quite a few electrical components in the home fall into this. General plumbing, so faucets, associated plumbing lines, gas lines, vent lines, drain lines inside the home. We don't cover anything underneath it or outside of it, but within the boundaries of the main foundation. HVAC, we'll cover one furnace and one air conditioner. If the seller wants coverage, they're going to listing it at $75 extra that they have to sign up for when they're signing up for the warranty. If they don't sign up for that, when it transfers to the buyer closing, the buyer owes us coverage for one furnace and one air conditioner, whether the seller signs up for that or not. But in order for them to have the coverage during the listing, they need to opt in when they sign up. Primary water heater, and then your kitchen appliances. So built-in microwave will cover one oven, range, or cooktop, kitchen refrigerator, and then the built-in dishwasher. A few other items we do cover: garbage disposal, for plumbing, ceiling fans, exhaust fans, range hood, the doorbell, and then smoke and carbon dioxide detectors. Any questions on those at all? No? All right, elite warranty. It's on 25, covers everything in the basic plus these items. Washer and dryer, the ice maker within the kitchen refrigerator. We added that to our coverage. I think it was 2020 when we did our previous update. We did not realize how popular that was going to be. We've been spending $70,000 a year on ice makers. So if there's an ice maker in that refrigerator, good thing to get them coverage for in the elite. Also the washer and dryer can be added as a rider to the basic. It's $75. I'll go over the riders in a couple of minutes. But the standalone freezer and permanently installed sump pump. So if you're talking to your sellers about the elite warranty, and you're talking about that seller HVAC for $75, that takes you to $800. And I bring that up because for only $25 more is the ultimate warranty at $825. This is the best value, provides the most coverage. And there's a few unique parts of this as well. So HVAC coverage is included. Also covers a water softener, wine chiller, jetted bathtub, a bonus appliance, which I'll touch on in a minute. And there's coverage for unknown pre-existing conditions up to $1,000. So we cover items that work when coverage starts, and fail for, of course, normal wear and tear. The contractor tells us, this part's rusted through the furnace. This has been going on for months or years. We've been coverage for days or a couple of weeks. We can't cover them if it's that obvious the contractor that it's been going on prior. However, under the ultimate warranty, they can get coverage for unknown pre-existing conditions up to $1,000. So there would not be coverage under basic or elite, but it's just an extra level of protection under the ultimate plan. Another unique part about this one, if there's not a seller warranty in place, you're working with buyers and you're writing this in, that offer gets accepted, get us the application, we'll put coverage in place for the seller at that time frame, and they're covered up to closing. Still pay for our closing, the buyer has 13 months from that time frame. So why is that important? There's coverage for HVAC. There could be a inspection. There's coverage for unknown pre-existing conditions. We've seen several times the seller didn't even sign up for the warranty, but they benefited because this ultimate was put in. Not that long ago in Portage, there's some final walkthrough, and the furnace is out. Inducer motor needed to be replaced for $1,100. So the seller paid $1,100. Buyer didn't have to worry about that because they put this warranty in place. Can also make your offer stand out too. If it's a competitive situation, explain, hey, my buyer is providing this warranty, but if this gets accepted, you get coverage from that too. So this has been the most popular option the last couple of years. It certainly offers the most coverage for everybody.
Joe, how would you write that into an offer to purchase if I'm representing a buyer to provide the coverage to the seller?
Even if the buyer's paying for it?
Right.
You may have to help me on the language here, but, ultimate home warranty to be secured by buyer's agent. And then, I don't know, maybe you just.
Coverage begins the date of acceptance?
Yeah, coverage begins upon UHP's acceptance.
You mean how to point that out to the seller?
Right, yeah, like throw in the additional provision, like buyer elects to purchase, ultimate home warranty at buyer's cost, paid for at closing. Coverage for seller begins upon,
Acceptance of this offer.
and how long, so like, let's say I get an accepted offer tomorrow, I file my UHP application, it's typically 24, 48 hours.
To get, yeah, it usually takes us the same day.
So I could say, like, seller coverage to begin 48 hours after acceptance of offer and purchase.
Yeah, and we'll send you a confirmation as soon as it's in place, that way you can forward that along, like, hey, by the way, this warranty is, things like that. But yeah, it's worth explaining to the listing agent too,
Right,
hey, the warranty is part of this. I'm not asking you to pay for it, but your seller can benefit from it.
yeah. Okay.
So I mentioned it covers the bonus appliance, so if there's a second refrigerator, for example, second oven, we'll cover whichever one fails first. If there's a whole second kitchen in that home, and they sign up for the ultimate, they don't want riders for all of them, we'll cover one of them. So that second refrigerator goes, they file a claim, that triggers coverage, that bonus appliance is now the refrigerator for that year. The rest of them are not covered unless they start with the appropriate coverage. But at time of renewal, we'll say they renew it, it starts over. So they could, the second oven fails, that could be the bonus appliance there. Did we have a question online?
Sorry, I was muted, but nope, it doesn't appear to be. And there's about 7 or 8 people on the one platform and about 6 on the other. So I'll holler if anybody types anything too.
Okay, thanks, Dan. So one thing we did a new plan rollout January 1. We added more riders by request of realtors, just to make it more customizable per property. So if there's a second appliance, all the coverage is on. Water softener can be added as a rider now, $75. Washer and dryer, I mentioned that one before. So sewage ejector level pump is $75. That used to be called the septic coverage. We realized that was a little misleading because we don't cover everything in the septic system like the tank. But if the sewage ejector or lift pump goes, they can be up to $500 in coverage there. Waste lateral line cleaning. So that's a sewer lateral that runs out to the street. If tree roots are growing in there, that coverage for that will get $500 to clear that line out through a rotor rooter. They have a second water heater for $100, well pump, same $100. And that covers the pump itself and the control box for the pump. And then if there's a second furnace or air conditioner in the home, it's $125 for each unit, each additional unit. And then swimming pool and hot tub coverage are $225 each. Then if they share common equipment, it's $225 total. Couple other options we have, if you have a new construction client going on, we have a new construction warranty. It's the elite warranty terms and conditions. It's $925. Provided there's a builder warranty for the first year, we'll cover years 2, 3, and 4. So coverage will start on the first anniversary date of closing, and that's $925 total. So they have really 4 years of coverage, 3 of them with UHP. You may ask, well, everything, or you may say everything's brand new, why would I need a warranty? We're seeing more and more that these newer items, especially appliances, do not last like they used to. So this has been a popular last couple of years. And then lastly, a homeowner direct warranty is a warranty anybody can get at any time. So if it's, not part of the real estate transaction, it's a few weeks after closing, your buyer can sign up for that. The only difference is there's a 30-day waiting period for coverage to start. But then the coverage works the same from there. We have a lot of real estate agents that carry them on their own homes. If it's your primary residence, we'll give you $75 off. And you sign up, new to, we'll waive that 30 days for you. But many of them carry them on duplexes, 3 units, 4 units, and just renew those every year. A little bit about UHP, if you guys aren't aware, we're based on the west side of Madison. So if you may have a customer that hears about these home warranties on the radio or national company that are worried about a big call center atmosphere, that's not us. We got 8 people over there answering the phone right now. So somebody's got no heat, they'll call over there. Holly, Ross, Josh, Caroline, Jesse and Amy are answering the phones, so you get, great service. We work with local contractors. Whether it's up in Barry we made, we're gonna have a different setup for you. I think I saw some people from Mineral Point were maybe on this. Got contractors down there, so we've got the network built in. May have a customer that's new to the area and doesn't know who's reputable, we've got this built in, so we take that hassle away from you guys. We've been in business 32 years now, and we only cover Wisconsin, Northern Illinois, and Michigan. Service, we just ask, and please remind your customers to call us first when they have a problem. That way we can get it filed in our system and we can get our contractor out who we know and trust. So we get that taken care of as quick as possible. We do have emergency service available if it's a true emergency. So no heat in the winter, we're getting somebody out there that night. Catastrophic, plumbing or electrical issue, we're gonna get somebody out. So we do have 2 people, Katarina and Shelby, that handle after hours. So we're there for you guys then too. Local contractors, I touched on that. There's a $100 deductible for each issue. We're telling the customers that too when they file claims or explaining the terms. And then repair versus replacement. Our first obligation is to repair a system if it can be repaired. If it can't, then we look at replacement, do replace with something comparable to what they have in. We also offer what's called the repair credit. If the customer does not want to repair what's there, we can always offer the repair amount towards a new system. So let's take, a 20-year-old refrigerator, for example, and the compressor's that. Hypothetically, let's just say it's $500 to repair. That would be UHP's first obligation. But if the customer doesn't want to repair that 20-year-old refrigerator, which most probably wouldn't, they can take that $500 and apply it for $2. Make sense?
At what point do you total it out?
We go off the contractor's recommendation. If parts are available, they tell us they can repair it. That would be our obligation. For the parts aren't available or for some reason it just can't be repaired, obsolete parts, then we look at.
Yeah. Which is still not bad. It's not. Are there brands or anything that you do not cover?
No, there's no restrictions on brands. In age too, it doesn't matter to us. What matters to us is improper working order when coverage starts and fails to normal wear and tear during the term of the warranty. And we do have limitations on our coverage. I think you guys are probably aware. $1,000 max for the water heater, $1,000 for appliance, $2,300 for the furnace, $2,300 for the air conditioner. And then some that we don't see as often, $500 per toilet, per faucet. But there's some companies out there that are very strict. And like you can have limitations per part on the furnace, or forgetting what I saw recently, solid warranty will cover $1,500 total, very low thing. Whereas furnace goes out, we could pay $2,300 just straight there. So not strict on things like that. And then my contact info is here. If you guys have any questions, you can always reach out to me. And I'll open it up for any more questions you may have.
Hey, Joe, I got one online always. It's just kind of always fun every year to hear, I don't know, maybe the weirdest home warranty claim of the year without identifying maybe or something. I feel like there's always these fun stories about critters or something else that usually gets everybody a chuckle, but maybe it gives some people a little bit of time to think of a question as well.
Yeah, and I had one not long ago, and I told James to tell the story, but I can't think of what it was right now. But we've heard, well, the snowblower came with the home, that's not working, I just assume that's covered, right?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Dogs taking garage door remotes, running down the street with them, and
That's no wear and tear.
to some it may be.
People don't.
We've heard a lot of good ones over the years. I can't think of many off the top of my head, but yeah, I mean, structural issues.
I did kind of put you on the spot, so.
Yeah. I talked to a customer yesterday, the roof is leaking because of all the rain. We don't cover anything structural like that. We do strictly mechanical components of the home. But we always urge you guys and your customers to call us if they have questions. If they don't know it's covered, call on the X. We'd rather tell them it's not covered than they go and do something on their own and find out after that, that it's pretty good about coverage side. So yeah, always call with questions.
Excellent. If you're on the Zoom, you can unmute and ask a question here. Otherwise, we're going to kill the live feed. And if you're online, you can certainly type a question and Joe can get back to you and we can tag him, or we'll tag somebody, but we will respond. So thanks if you came and invested some time to learn about UHP's home warranty stuff today. Joe, thanks again for coming. And I know you guys down there are going to go enjoy some tacos and continue to talk. So thanks again.
Yep, thanks guys.